If there is one Disney classic that always stood out to me for its unique style, that's definitely Lilo and Stitch. Ever since I was a kid, I always asked myself, why does it feel this way? Why are these drawings so different compared to any other Disney movie? Now that I'm an artist, I finally understood why it feels so unique and why is it the perfect movie for every artist to study. Especially when it comes to fundamentals like gesture. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything we can learn from this amazing movie. Starting from, I think, what is its signature style, the organic drawings. Remember when I told you that gesture is in everything? And I mean literally everything. Not just in humans or animals, but also in trees, leaves, even rocks. Because Lilo and Stitch seems to bring this concept to the next level. Everything in this movie has an organic and rounded nature to it. I would say a gestural nature almost. And no, not only these characters, or him. Look at any character from this movie, such as Nani for example. Look at all these organic shapes, in the arms, in the facial features, or even in the air. All the creatures in this movie have the same organic nature, including aliens. No matter how big or how scary they are supposed to be. Gantu, for example, has the same curved lines everywhere, from the face to the hands. And of course, Stitch himself, same thing, organic lines everywhere. Oh, this is actual production art for the movie, by the way. And I will leave all the links with the resources that I used in the description below. But not only that, this organic style applies to everything in this movie, including the props, the human-made stuff. And this is what sets the movie really apart in my opinion. Just look at the style guide given to all artists during production. They try to avoid straight lines and hard angles as much as possible. And instead, they went for this organic style. They applied the same principle to every prop, including the more dangerous ones, I would say, where you would expect more aggressive and straight lines. The laser guns from this movie look like water guns almost. Same for the vehicles, of course. Organic shapes everywhere. And animators had to be completely retrained to draw explosions and effects in general in a totally different way. Not as sharp as they were used to, but more soft and rounded. And this is mainly thanks to the unique artistic voice of one of the directors of this movie, Chris Sanders. He told to all artists involved in this project, imagine to stack a straw into everything and just to inflate a little bit. The result is a style that feels appealing, welcoming, friendly. And you can see this right from the early stages of production. And also from his previous work, like for Mulan. Also pay attention to her arm. It is so fluid that it feels almost deformed. It kinda reminds me of the balloony anatomical drawings of Bern Hogarth. But that's a topic for another video. As I said, everything in this movie seems to have almost a gestural nature. It feels like you can draw any of these characters, these props, everything in this movie with just one single line, one single swoop, just like you would do with gesture drawing. And exactly the gesture behind these drawings is one of the things that make this movie so appealing in my opinion. So let's try to go into more detail and let's try to analyze the figures, to catch the flow, the energy, the force behind these poses. And you can see right from this early production stage how everything feels fluid, feels natural. I would say spontaneous, and a solid gesture drawing is essential for this. Now, we already talked about how important the line of action for gesture drawing is, but just pay attention here at how the line of action connects the whole figure together. It makes everything come to life instantly. Now, this is more for animators maybe, but just look at how the line of action changes with motion. Once again, the line of action is that element, that fundamental, that brings everything together and that sets the tone for the entire drawing. And on top of it, you can start building your actual gesture. But if you want to dig deeper into gesture, here you can spot two principles that are a little bit more advanced that we are already seeing, but they are crucial to design better poses right from your gesture drawing stage. The first one, the contrapposto between the complementary lines of the shoulders and the hips, which creates this nice contrast between the extended side of the torso and the squashed side of the torso, and the rhythm between the lines of the body. Look at how the lines, the forces, are flowing one into the other, coming down the body to create this nice flow. A reminder to always avoid drawing your figures like snowmen. This is really the anti-gesture. Now, all this applies to every single Disney movie, of course. I mean, these folks are masters. But I think that the figures look particularly appealing in this movie. Also because there is one last thing that makes the style of this movie particularly unforgettable. Exaggeration. Do you remember when I showed you this book about gesture by Ryan Woodward? In the last section of this book, he goes deeper into this topic and he says that there are many ways in which you can exaggerate a pose. Not only with gesture or line of action, but also with proportion and style. And it is exactly what they did in this movie. Look at how they built on top of gesture to create a unique style. In the hands that are more heavy, more chunky, with big palms and small fingers. They call them the baby hands. Same for the legs that are a bit more chunky at the bottom, at the feet, and they make the whole character feel a bit more bottom heavy, let's say. And with the aliens they really had fun. But they always built on top of the gesture, on top of a strong foundation. And this is really the key takeaway from this movie. Just a reminder at how important the foundations are. Here, for example, you can see that at the core of this figure, there is a forceful shape. A shape with a straight versus a curved line. And this is a drawing principle that Mike Matesi explains super well in his book, Force. The uniqueness of Lilo and Stitch is the proof that once you really nail down the foundations, you can really build whatever you want on top of them. Your own language, your own style, and truly create something unforgettable, something that is worth studying like Lilo and Stitch. But first you need to build your foundations, such as gesture. And for that, I have a video that can help you right here. And I will see you on my next step.